What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Shawn Gonzalez of Gonzalez Films, and today I wanted to show you my anamorphic setup. I showed you this about a year ago, a year and 2 days. Who's counting? Not me. But we're going into 2019, and I wanted to show you my rig before we get into the new year. So I want you guys to see it. Check it out. Let me know what you think. It's kind of cheesy. It's supposed to fade in. The boom mic is like right above my head. I didn't want to hit it, so check out my setup. So this is my 2018 shoulder rig setup. I have everything attached to it that I'm going to be using for when I shoot. It's not really run and gun, but on projects where I'm allowed to take my time and put my rig together, you know, music videos or short films, you know, if I don't have to hurry into a location and shoot and try to be discreet about it so I don't get chased off the property if it's, you know, nice scenery or something like that. But anyway, so this is the full rig, and I'm pretty happy with it. I got the GH4 right here, which shoots 4K. Not only does it shoot 4K like the G7 last year, this shoots in 4:3, which is also known as anamorphic mode for all the anamorphic shooters out there, which lets you use the whole sensor of the camera instead of just 16:9, and you get that really wide image. So connected to that, I'm still using the Zhongyi Lens Turbo 2, which is a focal reducer. Actually lets in an extra stop of light, and I can use, this is actually a micro four thirds to EOS mount, which I have a EOS to Nikon mount on the Nikon 50mm lens. This is my go-to lens for shooting anamorphic, but I recently just got the 35mm CCTV lens, and that thing is crazy sharp with using this setup. I'm super excited. I just got it. That thing is, it was only like $20, and I can't wait to start using it. I get a really wide image and it's great looking, so can't wait to use it. In front of the Nikon 50mm is the 52 to 72mm step-up ring, just to stop the taking lens from touching the glass of the anamorphic lens. The anamorphic lens is upgraded from last year's setup as well. This is the Schneider Cinelux ES mount, not ES mount, Schneider Cinelux ES version. There's a ES and a WS, I believe. And the ES just has a flat front in front of the lens. The WS has these two lips, and it's kind of hard to connect your single focus solution to it. And in front of that we have a custom made clamp, which almost looks like the Videomic clamps that they sell, but this one is just way cheaper. I made it for like $6. I got these bolts from Home Depot. This was actually a lens hood. I forgot what size it is. Probably 72. I'll put that in the description. I believe it's 72. This is a 77, which was actually too big. But on the inside of these metal lens hoods, there's filter threads, so you can connect your ND filters or your diopters, whatever you want to connect to it. And this is the 77mm side. This side is actually a little bit bigger. So what I did was I ordered, I believe it was a 72 version of this, which made the front a 77mm lens thread, so I can connect the SLR Magic Rangefinder to, which is what I'm using for the single focus solution on the Cinelux, because you have to double focus with this if you don't have this. Under the lens clamp is a rubber fitting, which I taped around with electrical tape, which gave it like a nice snug fit. I didn't want the clamp bolts going directly onto the anamorphic lens and damaging, you know, the paint or scratching it. Too risky. I don't want it to pull off, while the rubber is actually really grippy and it holds on there pretty good. I'll try to show you guys some pictures of what it looks like without the rangefinder on the front of it. This lens holder is made by Canon. It's solid, it's all metal. I believe the size is 100mm. I put some Velcro in between, this way it doesn't scratch up the anamorphic lens. It holds it pretty tight. I bolted two bolts in the bottom of the base, this way it holds it nice and still. I highly recommend it. If you like this CinemaScope decal, I make them. Let me know in the comments or send me a private message and I'll try to get you one. Now on the top of the camera we have the Rode Videomic Pro Plus, which I got from Rode Microphones for free. Thanks, Rode. For entering the short film competition they do every year, which is the My Rode Reel film competition. And all the entrants who, I believe, got a certain amount of votes on their videos, they got a free microphone. Also got a free t-shirt, which is pretty cool. Haven't worn it yet, still in the plastic. So let me turn this around so you guys can see the front of it. Hopefully I don't lose focus. Alright, so this is the front with the rangefinder. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Okay, so this is the rangefinder connected to the follow focus right here, which, as you can see, it rotates the SLR Magic Rangefinder perfectly. Perfect fit, nice, fits nicely in grooves. I'm not sure which brand follow focus this is, but that'll also be in the description. Everything you see here is going to be in the description, all the gear that I use, so you'll be able to figure out what it is and how much it costs. But I also had this from last year's Anamorphic setup as well. The shoulder rig itself is made by Neewer, N-E-E-W-E-R. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Under here is a little Neewer logo. But I did a review on this maybe about 3 years ago. This thing is solid. It's pretty strong, and you know, it doesn't break on you. All aluminum pieces, nice strong solid build, and I highly recommend it. I did a video on this review about 3 years ago. I'll put the link for that in the description so you guys can check that out. I believe I got it off of eBay. Let me turn this around. Alright, here we go. Alright, so on this side we have, I'm not sure if you guys can see these little counterweights right here. I have to order either a sandbag or some type of metal counterweight I can put on the back of the shoulder rig. This way it balances out while it's on top of my shoulder and it doesn't lean and be too front heavy. So yeah, the Rode Videomic, not Videomic, that's last year's setup. The Rode Videomic Pro Plus goes into the GH4, and then as you can see right here, there's a small HDMI wire going all the way around, wrapped around here, going all the way around into the Feelworld 4K 7-inch monitor display. Now the reason I got this monitor over using my tablet with the G Monitor app is because this has anamorphic D-squeeze and it's super sharp for when you're getting your critical focus. Let me actually turn it this way because that's really bright. You know what, let me turn down the ISO on the camera. Give me 1 second. This way it's not so bright. It's got 1.3 times and 2x, which is exactly what I need. So I usually keep it on the 2x magnification. The only downside with the GH4 and this monitor is once you start recording in anamorphic mode, this monitor turns off. You're still recording internally on the GH4, but you don't got a picture. You still have a picture on the back of your camera, but just not on the monitor itself. You can still record in Cinema 4K and in 16:9. You can also record in the lower resolution with the monitor staying on. It only happens in anamorphic mode while you're outputting a 4K signal to the monitor. It came with a whole pouch. This was around $170 from Amazon. Again, the link will be in the description for this. The arm under the monitor is the same one I had on my G7 from last year on that anamorphic setup. It's very strong, it's a solid metal build, and I'm still using it. Turn it sideways, there you go, so you guys can see it. So besides the 50mm, I'm also going to be using the 35 CCTV lens. the 58mm Helios lens. But this is my 2018 anamorphic setup, my shoulder rig. Obviously, this is just for backup audio, the Rode microphone. If I need to capture like really good dialogue, I'm going to use a boom mic, which is what I'm using right now for this video. Is the Zoom H1. Records excellent audio, and any of these products that I'm mentioning here, not getting paid to talk about them or review them or anything like that. This is just, I purchased everything with my own money besides the microphone, which I got for free for entering the competition. So this is my rig. I hope you guys liked it. I'm going to put some sample shots in this video. At the end of the video, I'm put some sample shots. Also, a couple links to some other videos that I shot with this setup so you guys can see how it performs. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the support. If you found this video informational and helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that alert button right next to that one, so this way you're notified every time I upload new content. I have a whole bunch of stuff coming up for 2019. Short films, music videos, feature films, all that good stuff. Lots of anamorphicness, so reviews. There's just like so much going on and you don't want to miss it. So follow me on Instagram, Gonzalez_films, and I'll see you guys next time.